on our way to the farmer's market. Hey!
Come on. We come from London. Well, I'm glowing in blunder. Can you hear that thunder?
Who grew the food and where is it located?
Mark and Kim Sorensen grew the food, and it's down in Fresno, California.
Perfect. Is it organic?
We have half organic, half conventional.
And what sustainable farming practices do you use?
We use recycled water for sustainability.
Okay. And do you use any pesticides?
No pesticides whatsoever on any of our products. Fun fact for you, bugs do not like blueberries. It's not sweet like a cherry or a strawberry, so there's no need for pesticides on these.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Leghorn, Rhode Island Red, and
What differentiates the different types of eggs?
that's how they're raised, like the pasture ones are outside, and the cage-free ones are in the chicken house.
Hi. And do you use GMOs?
Not for the organic ones. The other ones could be
Okay.
I think she's looking at Sean. I don't think she's like Sean's the only one in the room. I just want to
Kyle got all the looks.
So, what type of organic and inorganic fertilizers are used?
They don't use any fertilizers. What they do is, this huge semi comes about once a week and dumps huge piles of red oak sawdust, and then there's another truck that distributes about 1,100 pound bags of organic rice bran, and then you just use a tiny bit of gypsum as a solidifying agent, and everything's kind of computerized and visualized, and they have a hopper and it just spits that out into these filter bags, and then they sterilize those in a retort or autoclave, and then introduce the particular spawn or spore of whatever kind of mushroom they're going to make. And then they go into what they call an incubation room, which is usually around 73 to 74 degrees, pretty warm. So that gets them gets the mycelium to grow through the block. And then, depending on the kind of mushroom, because shiitake is a 13-week cycle, and the oysters over there are a 4-week cycle. So sometimes in incubation it can be just a couple of weeks up to 8 weeks. And then they go into grow rooms where they either open up the bags or punch holes, and the mushrooms will sprout through there. So that's kind of a condensed version of how the process works. But there's no fertilizer.
Okay. And do you guys use any form of drip irrigation or?
No drip irrigation because everything's in sheds.
Okay.
Nothing's grown outside, so they have a desalinization system because basically you're working with brackish water because you're less than a mile from Monterey Bay. So all that water around there, that well water, is brackish. So it has to be desalinated. How do you say that? Desalinated.
No,
taking
but
the
they
salt
are
out of there,
versatile, so like
and then that's distributed into the
whatever you can do with a
the
brown,
main
do it easier,
water
and then
system,
they're
and everything
a lot more
is
flavorful,
computerized.
and
So
they're
they need moisture, so the misters generally go off, I think, about every 25 minutes.
olive oil, I'll
So it
usually
keeps
do
they're in a very moist, stable temperature environment. So when they go into the grow rooms, it's about 58 to 60 degrees, which is the ideal growing temperature. It's less. It's about 10 degrees less, 10 to 15 degrees less than the incubation. So if it's too hot in the incubation rooms, you tend to get a lot of contamination. You get a lot of bacteria and molds that might grow.
And where are these all grown?
Moss Landing.
Okay. So you're all
You know Moss Landing? It's like halfway between Santa Cruz and Monterey.
Yeah.
It's right. The Pajaro River, which divides Santa Cruz and Monterey County, it's on a bluff overlooking the Pajaro River. So if I don't know if you know Watsonville, which is in Santa Cruz County, you can generally get from the farm to downtown Watsonville in about 7 minutes. So it's like you're just barely into Monterey County. It's a very northern area.
We do on our tomatoes. We grow strawberries mainly, but we also grow tomatoes. We we get the plants from a nursery, and they are heirloom varieties. So they're Cherokee Purple, Brandywine, and German Stripe. But for strawberries, UC Davis creates some varieties by cross-pollination. So that's not heirloom, it's just their division they have.
Alright. How does maintaining an organic farm affect costs?
It is a lot more expensive to grow organic because you have to do everything manually. You can avoid using pesticides and herbicides, fungicides by doing everything manually. So for example, for fungus, you don't use a fungicide. You have like tiny spiders. You can barely see them, and then you put them in the field and they eat the mold spores. And for weeds, you gotta go in and pick them by hand instead of putting chemicals. For a lot of things you have to do. Also for you have to run tractors with a vacuum to suck some of the bugs out. That's also expensive, the fuel, the time. So it is more expensive.
How do you avoid using fungicides? How do you become USDA organic certified?
To become USDA certified, you have to go through a certifying agent. There's, I think, 51 certifying agents. The one we use is CCOF, California Certified Organic Farmers. And they have guidelines that you have to follow. You can't use conventional herbicides, fungicides, fertilizers, all that stuff. And they go and check your land, make sure there's no residues. They check everything in your farm that you're following all the rules.
Do you use drip irrigation?
Yes, we do. That's a way we can control how much water. For strawberries, it's really important because the fruit doesn't like the water or moisture. But with drip irrigation, we just put it in the plant, and we make sure we don't waste water.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It said that the birds are put nutrients back into the soil. How does that work?
Like they do rotating, like move around there, and they are free, and they eating and cooking, they this is going on the ground again, and they very, I don't know, but they helping to recover the soil.
So, as you guys just saw, we decided to go to the farmers market to learn about local produce, and the majority of the farmers used organic methods. It was interesting to learn about the various sustainable farming practices, and throughout the course of our AP Environmental Science class, we have studied similar topics relating to agriculture, soil fertility, and pesticide use. So, to bring this information into everyday life was super cool.
Usually when we go to the farmer's market, we just buy our produce and leave. So it was really interesting, and we enjoyed understanding how much passion and thought goes into farming. It was especially interesting since both of our grandfathers were farmers.
Okay, thanks.